June 9, 1893. Tragedy revisited. The interior of Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. collapsed, killing 22 people and injuring 68 others. This incident occurred during ongoing renovation work inside the building, which had been repurposed as office space for the War Department's Record and Pension Division. The tragedy was caused by structural weakness in the theater's foundation, which had been compromised by excavation in the basement level. Ford's Theater, best known as the site of President Abraham Lincoln's assassination in 1865, had since been taken over by the federal government and was no longer used for performances. After Lincoln's death, the theater was closed for public events and reopened in 1866 as a government facility. By 1893, it housed over 500 clerks working with military records from the Civil War. The collapse happened in the morning while employees were at work. A portion of the brick wall and several floors gave way, causing a sudden cave-in from the top floor down to the basement. Many workers were buried beneath rubble and heavy office equipment. Rescue efforts lasted for days, with soldiers, police officers, and volunteers assisting in recovery operations. Investigations into the disaster revealed that contractors had been digging a shaft for an elevator and removing support beams without adequate reinforcement. This unstable work caused the collapse of the load-bearing wall. The federal government was criticized for poor oversight of construction safety, and officials involved in the project faced scrutiny from Congress and the press. The 1893 collapse added a second layer of historical infamy to Ford's Theater. Already associated with national tragedy, the building's reputation was further darkened by a preventable structural failure that led to civilian deaths. Public outcry followed, leading to calls for improved building codes and greater accountability in federal infrastructure projects. In the years following the incident, the building was repaired and continued to be used for office space until the mid-20th century. In 1968, after extensive restoration, Ford's Theater reopened as a museum and working theater. The site now honors both its historic role in Lincoln's assassination and its broader legacy in American memory, including the 1893 collapse. The collapse serves as a historical example of the consequences of neglecting building safety standards, especially in public facilities. It also highlights the transition of Ford's Theater from a site of entertainment to one of government bureaucracy and then to a national historic site. Each phase of its existence marks a different chapter in U.S. history. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit History-Collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.